has been a hot minute since we've done a Sims 4 build hack video. I have a series here on my channel where we take a whole bunch of tips for building in the Sims 4, usually from TikTok, and we build a house, test them out, and see how it works. And this video is brought to you by Squarespace, an all-in-one website creation platform to build your online presence. We're gonna be building our house here in Copperdale, and as we go, we'll be adding more and more like TikTok build hacks. By the way, as always, all of the creators' accounts are gonna be linked in the description, so you can check those out if you want to as well. Oh, and before we get into it, I gotta show you something. Hold on, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something!
The plaque came in, is backwards, my camera is flipped, but it's so cute and it even has the heart like for the Sid Mac. It came actually really quickly. I thought it was gonna take forever. But when it showed up to my door, I was like, look at her. She's gonna be in the background. But I thought I would show you guys because I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty freaking excited when I got this. So we're gonna start off building our shell here. I don't think it's gonna be too big of a house. I do have some interior and exterior build hacks that we're gonna do. I think maybe we can do an extra room out to the side here. If I can get 2 bedrooms into this house, I'll be happy. So I'm thinking something fairly simple to start like this. I'm gonna bring the roofing down and across. I'm using this half-gabled roof piece to go for like a modern, maybe like modern industrial look we can go for today. I'm gonna copy and paste that roofing piece again, and we're gonna lower that one just a little bit more. So we've got a look like this, and I'm thinking even because our roofing is so simple today, what if we went in and added a skylight? Just something a little extra. So I'm holding shift on my keyboard to bring in those 2 adjusters, only on those 2 sides. We're gonna bring that in, and I'm gonna just copy and paste another roofing piece in between here. We're gonna bring in all of the adjusters for this one, and we're gonna bring it in so it's just covering that space in between the other roof pieces. We're gonna go in with a glass panel roof. This is from base game, and now we're gonna be able to create our skylight there. You'll be able to see in between we've got that one glass piece. Maybe I'll bring this one up a little bit just so that there's some dimension there. On this side, I was thinking about roofing it with a platform, and maybe we can do another little patio piece over here. We'll do that just as like a wall to hold up the roof. We'll do a platform right there, and I think this is gonna be it for our shell. Let's raise this up on a foundation. I'm thinking about doing a darker color scheme today, so maybe we can go for maybe some eco lifestyle for one of the bump outs. I'm planning on putting a chimney right here too, so maybe I can do something a little different right there. We're gonna go in with a half wall on top here. This is where we're gonna put our chimney. And for the rest of the house, I'm thinking about using this black concrete wall here. This is from the Desert Luxe kit, which is still free, by the way. Time is running out. If you have a base game already, you can go and claim that. If you haven't, since I do plan on going industrial, I'm gonna use this industrial fence here from Get to Work. I'm also gonna build out a small little deck here. This is how we're gonna get into the front door. And for the stairs, I'm gonna stick to the same Get to Work ones just to keep it cohesive. We'll use a brick over to that side. And for windows and doors, I'm actually thinking about Mosquito. I think that looks really cute. So maybe that one there, we can use these loft windows at the front. Foundation, maybe I can go in with this brick one from Get Together. Actually, let's change it up on the side. We can do like a stilt foundation on this one. We'll use some Eco Lifestyle windows on the side here. We can place more of these Mosquito windows in the back. We'll get some hardwood from base game onto the decks. And then I was thinking we could use the industrial loft kit door over to the side here. I think I'm gonna have to adjust my patio a little bit so it fits. This is a big door. Add some stairs in the back, and I think this is looking cute. This is pretty good for our base. I do have to do some landscaping before we go any further. All right, so far, this is what our little house is looking like. I think it's so cute. It was fairly simple too. Like the shell isn't too complicated. We have a really cute little patio area in here. I'm only thinking there's gonna be like 2 Sims maybe that live in here. So we've got a dining table. I added a chalkboard outside. We've got all our landscaping. We got the Ferris wheel in the back. And then on the inside, I did manage to get the 2 bedrooms like I was hoping. So pretty simple layout. We're gonna have kitchen, a living room, and everything in there. We're gonna have 2 bedrooms over to the side and a bathroom. All right, so before we go inside, I do want to do a couple of these exterior build hacks. So this is the first one here. This is actually on Twitter by Maya Makes Sims. This is going to be a non-functional gazebo that they're gonna turn into a functional gazebo. I saw this on Twitter. I actually retweeted it because my mind was just blown. Fairly simple. We're actually gonna be using basements a lot in this video. So how we're gonna make it work, we have to build a basement down below and then raise it up so that it's going to be like a functional little area. And look how cute it looks. And they're on YouTube. So the cheats we're gonna be using today, bb.move objects on, bb.show hidden objects, and bb.show live edit objects. Just like all of the other TikTok build hack videos, we're not gonna be using custom content. We're gonna go high school years, and we're gonna type in debug in the search bar, and this is gonna bring up the high school years debug menu. We're gonna find that gazebo, which might be the hardest part here. Okay, here it is. So this is gonna be the gazebo we're gonna use. It's so cute. It even has little lights on it. Then we're gonna go and find the custom room tool, and we're gonna just follow around this gazebo building an octagon room. So just all around, and then we're gonna close it off like this. So it should look something like that. We're gonna move the gazebo out of the way for a second, and we're gonna raise this up on a foundation. We're going to delete all of the walls. Then we're gonna go and find the basement tool here, which is going to be our best friend in some of these TikTok hacks here. And we're gonna just build that basement around this room. We're gonna take the gazebo and we're gonna go page down. So we're going to be in the basement here. And then you're gonna use Control-9 to raise that all the way up so that it's reaching where it's supposed to be on the foundation. We're just gonna adjust that a little bit here. Almost there. It's definitely taken me a few tries to get this on there, but once we get there, this is gonna look so cute. Okay, this is looking pretty good. We're gonna page back down and delete the basement. I'm just gonna go like that. So now the lighting hasn't been affected. We'll delete the rest of those walls there. Now all we have to do is add our stairs, change the foundation. So I'm gonna use these ones here from Snowy Escape and just kind of like hide them down there. And then for my foundation, I'm gonna use this one here from Base Game so it matches like to the gazebo itself. We can even go ahead and hide those stairs that are hanging over there. I can add some plants. I'll connect my terrain paint over here. And we can even add our own little items in here. So I'm gonna just add maybe this couch. Oh wait, are there lights at night too? Oh my god, how cute. Ooh, that's really pretty. This would be great for like garden homes, greenhouses even. And there we go. I'm gonna get a tester sim to come and make sure that this works. Okay, our sim is walking up. So far, so good. And he's in there. That's so freaking cute. I love this. I will totally be using this hack in the future. This one is from Maya Shmaya Sims, another different Maya. This is on TikTok. Look at that functional daybed in the pool. So again, we're gonna be doing a basement. Kind of similar concept with the gazebo. And we're gonna be using this new table from the Desert Luxe kit. We need a spa day ottoman as well. And just any lounge chairs. We can use the Desert Luxe kit ones too. Same thing, delete that basement, add a couple more chairs in there, and then they're gonna add the pool. And apparently this is functional, so we are gonna test this out. I really wanna see this one. This is gorgeous. We might need a bigger lot. Okay, so now we have more room. I'm gonna go back here and we're gonna go get our basement tool again. We'll just do a basement right there. We're gonna page down to the basement and we're gonna grab this item here, the balanced wood end table. I'm gonna add some lights in here so we can like see. We're gonna size this up using the right bracket on my keyboard. So I think I'm gonna press it like 4 times and then we're gonna raise that up so that it's above the basement and outside again. So that looks good. We still have the weird lighting because of the basement. We're gonna fix it. But first we're gonna go and get our spa day like poof thing, little chair, this. And we're gonna size this up again using that bracket and just raise it up so that it fits into that square. This is literally so smart. I do not know how they even thought about this. I'm gonna change the swatch so we're not having that green color. I'm just gonna do a white. And now we can delete our basement. So I'm just gonna bring that all the way over, delete the walls, and you can see already our lighting is fixed. And now all we have to do is build our pool around it. So I'm gonna go and get the custom pool tool and I'm just gonna make my pool. I'm gonna trace around it like this. I'm gonna maybe add some black flooring around mine and I'm gonna add my loungers, just making sure that there's enough room on the side here for Sims to get out and get in. I bet you could also go in and use like a day bed. I'm gonna try that, like go in with these here from Dream Home Decorator. Let's test it out. I'm gonna finish this off by just adding some landscaping around and then we're gonna get our Sim to come and test it. Okay, so this is the landscaping that I've done. I'm not gonna lie, I have tested this a few times. I've had to relocate this, like maneuver it around quite a bit. Let's see if I finally got it. So I'm gonna get my Sim to go in the pool and then get out onto the ledge and into the bed. Okay, so we're in. Let's see if I can get out the way I'm supposed to. We're going in this way. I mean, we didn't get out the way that I wanted him to, but he's in the bed. He's in the bed lounging. Yeah, this one was definitely difficult to maneuver. If you do try this, it's probably gonna take a few times. I found that it was easier to not quite keep it on the edge there, but leave a little bit of space so your Sims can still get in there. So I'm just gonna add those lights there for extra detail, and this is going to be our day bed. Okay, this one I saw on Twitter. This blew my mind, and this solved a problem that I have had for so long. I can't believe I never thought of this. So when you use terrain and you try and add rocks on there, it'll generally like clip up, like it won't go where you want it to go. So this person found a trick for that, again using the basement. We're gonna create the room there. We're gonna raise up the rock that way. Then you just delete the basement and your rocks are going to be stuck in that spot that you want it to be. So I moved on to this bigger lot for that reason. I'm gonna just open up some space in the back here. We're gonna go to our terrain tool. I'm gonna raise it up slightly, just like this, like a small little mountain, just like they had. We're making sure that that bb.showLiveEditObjects cheat is on. And I'm gonna open up base game debug for this. So again, base game on my filter, I'm gonna type in debug in my search menu, and we're gonna scroll to the bottom until we find these rocks here. So see, this is the clipping that they were talking about. It's so annoying when you're trying to like landscape around terrain. I wonder if this would work for plants too. It probably would. Like for example, if I wanted to go in with this here, see how it's gonna clip up? Okay, we're gonna try both. So we're gonna go in with our basement tool, and I think they said you have to start from like the outside in, like that. I'm gonna delete the ceiling there. We're gonna do some plans first. I'm gonna use Control-9 on my keyboard to raise these up and just kind of like put them around where I think they should go. I'm just layering this. By the way, if you have the tool mod, this won't apply to you. I don't personally use the tool mod, and this is especially great for console players who can't download the tool mod. So I've got those in place there. I'm gonna go get my debug rocks, and I'm just gonna lift them up doing the same kind of thing that I was doing there, just kind of guessing where they should go. And then as I'm going, I'm just kind of adding a little bit more space to the basement. And when we're done with that section, we're gonna take the basement in from this way forward, so from the back to the front, and the same on this side, and there we go. Now it's like stuck in the terrain. That is genius. I don't think I'm gonna put anything back there. I feel like the terrain kind of looks out of place just having like a little mountain in the back of this build, but for future reference, that is such a good hack. Okay, we're gonna go inside. We have a couple more hacks to do on the interior, and I've already shown you guys the floor plan we've got here. I think we're gonna start off with the bathroom. We're gonna take a quick break here to talk about our sponsor, Squarespace. I recently used Squarespace to create my own website shown here, and it was really easy to get started with their best-in-class website templates and customization features. I found a ton of inspiration to get started by browsing their entertainment category. Squarespace makes it easy for everyone to have their own professionally designed website, allowing you to pursue your passion online. You can connect social media accounts, displaying posts from your social profiles on your website. You can automatically push website content to your social media channels so your followers can share your website too. They even allow you to embed videos for third-party hosts directly onto your website. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/SydMac to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it. This next one is from JJ Bing. They have this series on their TikTok channel where they like remake ugly items into cuter items. And this particular one caught my eye because I also hate this shower. We're gonna make it cute by following this. They're gonna use some half walls. Ooh, that is one of my favorite items from Snowy Escape. And this is gonna be a fully functional shower that looks a lot better. So here's the shower here. This is a base game shower. I feel like we need more like non-dated versions of this. But anyway, we're gonna push this into the wall just enough so that you can still see the shower head and like that thing there. And then we're gonna go and get a half wall. So I think I'm gonna try and get one that like matches the height of this. Maybe just like that. We can do a different wallpaper. I don't think I'm gonna use brick here. Maybe we can use just a regular siding from Spot A. The tile that was used in the video there was this one here from Get Together. But I'm wondering if I could also go in with a different panel. If I just like shrink that down, stick that in there. Ooh, I actually really like that. You could even put that on the back there and get rid of that little detail. We could add these here from Snowy Escape. This item is so freaking versatile. I don't think I've ever used it for its like intentional purpose. We'll add some of these vines on there, and this is gonna make for such a cute shower. Let's test it out. So I ended up furnishing the bathroom. This is what it looks like. We've got a cute little sink over there from fitness stuff, toilet and everything, curtains for the windows, and let's go see if we can take a shower. Oh yeah, we're gonna have no problem with this going in. I added this like industrial style mirror on the side there instead of the plants, and this is 100% functional. Although we didn't really want to use it that much. This is another really great one from Sims 4 Ideas YT. We're gonna be using platforms to make this like corner sofa work. This is a really simple one, but again, just one that like you kind of don't think about to get this to work. So in The Sims 4, there are a few of these like shaped couches. We've got this one here from Cats and Dogs. There's another variety from Cats and Dogs. My First Pet Stuff has one. Seasons has one too. And to get this to work, I always end up needing to do like a diagonal room. I'm gonna go ahead and place that. We're gonna make 2 diagonal walls on the corners. So you can see it's gonna fit right in there. You could just leave it like that if you obviously weren't like clipping half of your window, but instead what we're gonna do is click on those rooms there, and we're gonna raise these platforms up. I'm gonna go like 5 or 6 times maybe, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Then with the hammer tool, we're gonna go in and delete those rooms that we've got there, and I made mine way too big. We'll just shrink those back down a little bit. I'm gonna add some platform paint just to the sides to make it look a little better there. there. And look how cute this looks in here. I love it. I love this idea. Maybe I'll change the wallpaper there to this one. Then you can put clutter on here pretty easily. It should like snap on there. You could also just use Alt on your keyboard to like move it around. And now we have a super cute area. I would not have used that couch in this room had I not seen that. Also, while we're here and going for like this purpley blue aesthetic, I have another hack from Maya Shmaya. This is another one from Maya Shmaya Sims. I have been binging all of these TikToks. I'm pretty sure I've seen like every single one. This one is gonna turn these decals here into paintings in The Sims. So just like that. So we're gonna take any painting with a big frame. We're gonna take this particular painting or any on the back that don't have like the strings there, and we're gonna hide the painting with the other painting. It's just so smart. Then you go in with the decals and you can just put them on in there like a cute little picture. Put the wall back and you're good to go. Okay, so I have a couple favorite frames that I use. One is from Paranormal, the other one is Vlad. So I'm gonna use this picture here. We're gonna delete the walls so that only the picture is left there. And then does this one have a back there? Okay, see how on the back here, this one has like all the hanging fixtures and strings and stuff. They used this one here, so I'm gonna use this as well. We're gonna change the swatch to black, and then you're gonna raise it up using Control-9 on your keyboard and just like hide it in there. Basically just trying to get rid of the picture that's in the frame. So I've managed to cover everything up. It looks kind of spooky a little bit. And then you could add any decal you want. There's also like these random ones from like kids room stuff. You could even shrink these little things from Parenthood and like stick those in there. That is so cool. I'm definitely the kind of person that prefers like the framed paintings over these like wall decals. So I will definitely be using these. The ones I used in the video are from werewolves, and there are some really cute ones in there, like this little guy or the moth. Oh my gosh, I love this. I haven't been able to use it because I don't like the wall decals. See, now we have our own custom painting. That is so cute. I'm obsessed with that. I will totally be using this in the future. All we have to do now is just put the walls back and we have ourselves another use for those wall decals. Okay, so I just went ahead and built this cute room here. I love the purple and blue color scheme going on in here. Could be like a teen room or something for this house. Maybe Cameron is our real estate agent just doing the testing before we sell it. This one here I found also on Twitter. They made this fully functional round bed. This is again from Maya Makes Sims. They also make shorts on YouTube, which is where I found this. We're gonna be using this cats and dogs like poof thing, again using the basement to our advantage, and your Sims should be able to get in there and use it. They also have an alternative version where you can size down the bed and the bed will still work, and I think we're gonna do that. So again, we're gonna go in with our basement tool. I told you guys this basement tool was gonna come in clutch today. We're gonna go down to the basement and we're gonna find this poof ottoman here. This is again from Cats and Dogs, and we are gonna size this up using the bracket on our keyboard. I think I'm gonna size mine about 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That's gonna be way too big actually. Okay, maybe we'll do like 2 times to start, maybe 3. And we're gonna raise this up using Control-9 just so that the bottom legs are gonna be hidden. We just want the top like poof part to show. So just like that, the legs are gonna be hidden. We've got the poof there. Now we're gonna go in and get rid of the basement at the bottom. So testing this is a little too small. I'm still gonna have to size it up. I might have to make this room bigger. This does take up a lot of space. So okay, for now it's looking a little crazy. I'm gonna first of all test this out, and then I'm gonna use their suggestion of like hiding the bed. So we're going in. Yep, we're gonna be able to do this. Okay, sleeping in the bed. That's cute that the blanket actually comes up like that. Okay, so we're gonna fix it. We're gonna take this bed and size it down a little bit. I'm still gonna have it showing there so that you can click on it and actually use the interaction. But then we can go in and find some chairs that we're gonna use for pillows. So I've used these ones here from high school years and just like put them in there. You can also use the dine out chair I've seen people use. Ooh, there's this one too. We could get some like fluffy pillows. Okay, so let's see if now we can go in there. I'm gonna have to click that bed in the back here right there. So that is how we're gonna get our interaction to work. And we're gonna be able to sleep in here. Okay, I had to move the headboard forward a little bit. You can see it right there, but that is totally functional. That's a really cool hack. I did see that circulating around Twitter quite a bit, so that's a pretty popular one. I'm gonna just finish this bedroom off with a couple more items in here. We're gonna add a dresser. We can mount a TV on this side. All right, so this is how the rest of the house turned out. I carried on with that like blue and purple color scheme we had going. This bed took up so much room, but I added some rugs underneath, some fluffy ones from high school years. We have an easel in the corner there. And then on the other side, this is where I did the main room. I didn't really have any hacks to toss in here, so I just finished it off. We've got our living room in here. Again, the blue color scheme, a bar in the back over there, some dream home decorator hanging clothes. Then on the side here, I use that blue neon sign with like the chalkboard decor. There's a laptop at the island there and the exit area over here. So this was our TikTok build hack video in The Sims 4. I just noticed this rock over here in the corner there. That does not look safe. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you learned anything new here today. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.